Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Invisible Head Investing. I'm the Invisible Head Investor, and today we're going to talk about something a little different. I know I haven't made a video in a few months. Unfortunately, I got tagged with the Roni for a while. That really had some negative effects on me, and I was down and out for a while. Once I started recovering, been busy with work, so it's just been difficult to find some time. So hopefully this is the beginning of more consistent content for you guys. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about, or what I want to talk about today, is a conspiracy theory. A theory that I have that I'm calling the AMC Effect. Okay, so what's the AMC Effect? Well, I personally believe, based on what some of the trends that I've been seeing, I think that some hedge funds are colluding to short the growth sector as revenge for Wall Street bets, what's happening with GameStop, what's happening with AMC. So especially AMC, I think right now I hear more talk about AMC. I think AMC has more potential to really explode. There's more investors involved with AMC than there are GameStop. Now, don't get me wrong. I think GameStop is going to short squeeze, but I think there's major potential what AMC is going to do in the near future. So now, guys, I am not a financial advisor. I highly advise you do the exact opposite of everything that I say. So that being said, don't subscribe, don't like this video, and don't turn on notifications. So these are a few things that have made me go, okay? So why is the entire growth sector down while the market is breaking all-time highs? Okay, so there's a few theories going on. A lot of them are, the usual theories that you hear. Big money is moving their money from and taking profits from the high growth sector and moving it into recovery plays as the economy is starting to open up. Some of those recovery plays are looking more favorable and have a lot of potential to bounce back to levels that they were at before, which makes sense. Okay, and I'm not saying that's not one of the reasons why the entire growth sector is down. But the thing that I've noticed is the growth sector has been plummeting since late January, right around the time that GameStop and AMC short squeezed for the first time. Okay, and since then, the growth sector's pretty much been bleeding on a consistent basis. I mean, there's certain stocks that are down over 50%. I know my portfolio has taken a major hit, and it made me start to think a little bit. Why is this happening, and how does this correlate with GameStop and AMC? Okay, and it really made me wonder if AMC especially is the reason for the entire growth sector bleeding red. So I started wondering, what's the correlation between investors purchasing growth stocks and investors who are involved with GameStop and AMC? And a common correlation, or a common factor, is Robinhood, in my opinion. They're trying to build their business on helping the small-time investor and kind of evening the playing field. Okay, so I came across an article that was published a couple of months ago, and it states here that Robinhood made nearly $700 million by selling user data to hedge funds. And we know that Robinhood has a direct link to selling data to Citadel. And we also know that Citadel is one of the biggest hedges that we are battling against, that are causing market manipulation, that are really doing illegal things, in my opinion, that they shouldn't be doing, to really crush some of these stocks and to really bring down the prices. Okay, so let's go over this article a little bit. Okay, so if we look back, or we think back, I know you guys have probably seen a lot of videos when GameStop and AMC were squeezing. Robinhood basically prevented anybody from buying those stocks and only allowed you to sell them, which basically stopped the short squeeze dead in its tracks and caused the stock prices to plummet. Okay, and we all know that there was a lot of backlash for that. But let's really look at what's going on with Robinhood. One reason why allegations against Robinhood have persisted may have been to the company's controversial revenue model, which has led to a surge in earnings over the last 2 years. Robinhood has long branded itself as an accessible platform that provides free financial services for its users. Its mission statement includes a pledge to democratize finance for all, but the company makes money by selling its order flow, information about user transactions to third-party clients who actually enact trades with access to the user data. So this is a huge conflict of interest, in my opinion, and it's going to lead to why I think that this is part of the problem. So order flow has accounted for the vast majority of Robinhood's quarterly earnings. The company earned roughly $675 million in revenue from payments for order flow, according to quarterly revenues data compiled by the Box. Trades may be commission-free for Robinhood users, but they are actually sold to market makers, such as Citadel, that often use their position as the middleman to generate profits, according to the Financial Times. Most of these market makers are hedge funds or other institutional investors that financially benefit from more trade and market volatility. So this is a big problem here. Robinhood is selling data to market makers like Citadel, who also have relationships with Melvin Capital, okay? And they can basically see what you guys are doing. Think about this for a second, guys. A lot of Robinhood investors have been buying into Cathie Wood stocks. People are paying attention. The YouTube community is paying attention. The investor on YouTube and Robinhood investors are paying attention, okay? And they're buying a lot of those similar stocks. And we all know that ARK funds are basically built around high growth stocks, okay? But what else do they have in common? Well, a lot of these Robinhood clients, investors, are also purchasing GameStop and to a larger degree AMC stock, because AMC is a lot more affordable. And a lot of Robinhood investors are younger investors who don't have a lot of money, and they invest what they can in AMC because there's a lot of potential here with AMC. Now, I've heard a lot of different numbers. I've heard that AMC can squeeze to $100, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, and yes, theoretically it's possible. But let's be real here for a second. Do I think that AMC will reach $100,000 realistically? No. Okay. Do I think that it'll reach $10,000 realistically? No. Do I think that it could reach $1,000 realistically? Probably. But my bet, or what I'm really banking on, is that I think AMC has a really good shot of blowing through $100, maybe even going up to levels that GameStop reached originally, $400 or $500. And I think that you'll see a lot of selling kick in at that point. Okay, now it's really up to each investor to do what is best for their financial situation. Okay, again, don't do what I'm saying. Don't listen to me. You know, as Tom Nash says, these could be the ramblings of a madman. Who knows? Okay, this is just my opinion. What I'm personally going to do, I'll talk about in another video. This is just what I'm thinking of what kind of potential AMC could have. But my point is, Robinhood is selling this data to large hedge funds like Citadel. Citadel sees what types of stocks Robinhood clients are purchasing, and I really believe that there's a direct correlation between Robinhood investors purchasing high growth stocks, the Cathie Wood effect, as well as AMC GME. So why do I think there's a conspiracy theory here? Well, think about it. If the hedgies know that they're going to lose in the AMC and GameStop squeeze, okay, they're trying to stick it to the investors that are buying these stocks and making them lose by flipping it and making these same investors lose on the growth stocks that they own. And they're trying to make you guys bleed, okay? They're trying to create FUD. They want you guys to panic. They want you guys to sell out of your other positions so that they can keep making more money on these growth stocks to create liquidity for the money that they're losing on AMC and GameStop. Okay, that's part of my theory. The other thing that I think that they're trying to do, all you guys that have margin accounts in Robinhood, to basically get margin called. So they can see your data. They can see where your stop losses are. They can see what stocks you're purchasing. They can see at what price level you guys are purchasing your stocks. They can see if you guys are over leveraged, if you guys are using margin to purchase more stock in hopes that, you know, you'll increase your profits and make more money. They can see all this information because Robinhood is selling it to them. I think that they're hoping that you guys can get margin called so that if you're forced to liquidate your accounts, the AMC stock that you guys are holding will be sold, and then they can buy it back. Okay? Because they're doing anything they can to buy back AMC stock. They're desperate. These guys are scrounging for stock wherever they can. We all know that they're fabricating stock and creating synthetic shares to artificially depress the value of AMC and GameStop. I mean, the stuff and the shenanigans that they're pulling is outright criminal in my opinion, and I think that, you know, the SEC needs to step up, and we know that they're stepping up. We know that they're making changes. We hope that these changes will benefit the everyday investor like us. But in the end, people need to go to jail, in my opinion, because if there's no threat of jail time, this stuff will keep happening over and over and over again. When the housing market crashed in 2008, I don't believe anybody went to jail, and if so, maybe one guy went to jail. Okay, I'm a real estate broker, real estate investor, and the housing crash was devastating. Okay, I know a lot of families lost their homes, a lot of families hit hard times. It just devastated the middle class and lower class. And I don't want to see that happen again, and steps need to be taken to prevent this kind of fraud, which is what it is, from happening over and over again. Okay, guys, so that's kind of the basis for what my conspiracy theory is based on. Okay, and again, it's just based on patterns and the market manipulation that I've been seeing, the correlation that I see between the types of stocks that I know Robinhood investors are buying and what the hedge funds could potentially be doing, you know, to basically get revenge as well as create liquidity and try to get some of this AMC stock to go back on the market so they can buy it back. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you think I'm full of crap. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you've done any DD on your end that could corroborate with my theory. I'd be interested in knowing what you guys have to say. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.